Mai I pōtikirua ki te toka a tāiau. Tauana kia Turanga tangata rite. Rere iho ki ngā tuke mata o Kahungunu. Ngā reo irirangi o Te Tairāwhiti.
Kei ngā whānau huri noi Te Tairāwhiti, ngā mihi o te wā kia koutou katoa. Tēnei mātou o ngā reo irirangi e toru nei ara o Radio Ngāti Porou, o Kahungunu o Turanga FM hoki e whakaro nui ana ki ngā whānau kua Pākia kino te anō e ngā karawhiu a tāwhiri mātia. Yes, as a result of our recent weather situation across our rohe, not to mention the fact that we are still in a state of emergency here in Turanganui-a-Kiwa, we've interrupted our normal scheduled program to bring you this special edition of Kapu Tairāwhiti. Now, as we go to air, here are the latest road updates. State Highway 2 between Matawai and Ormond. There are some scheduled convoys taking place at the moment, with the northbound escorted convoys going through at midday, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Now, the northbound convoy will leave from Whātātutu Road. The southbound convoy will be taking place at 1 p.m, 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. and that convoy will leave from Matawai. Now, people wanting to utilise these roads either way should be there at least 10 minutes before departure time. At this stage, Waka Kotahi are expecting to repeat these convoys tomorrow as per these times. State Highway 2 is still open from Wairoa to Gisborne with various speed restrictions and traffic management in place. And finally, State Highway 35 will shut at 5 p.m. today and reopen at 8 a.m. āpōpō, provided there is no damage requiring it to stay shut. Akati, to get the latest on the situation along State Highway 35 and the Ngāti Porou region, we're joined now by Radio Ngāti Porou's very own Paora Brooking. E te whanaunga, tēnā rawātu koe, Akati, kai te aha koutou I kona?
Tēnā koe mata, mōrena I te whānau. Yeah, after a bit of a downpour yesterday, things have eased off here, but we can't ease off ourselves, and we're expecting that heavy rain to come back in at about 6 p.m. Tonight.
Pod, I dare say there were some learnings for us all, including you there in Ruatoria from Cyclone Gabrielle, to help better prepare ourselves for the next event. Kei te tika tēnā ne?
We hope so, Matai. We hope that our people are, this is an ongoing event now. It's not a 1 in a 100-year event. It's becoming more and more regular. We should be used to these types of events now, and the big ones are just basically being prepared for possibly 3 days. If the power goes off, the internet goes out, the roads are closing due to the flooding. You could be isolated for up to 3 days, and we're already seeing that some areas that have previously been isolated are already cut off.
Ka pai, I tua atu I te reo irirangi o Ngāti Porou, ko ai atu hoki ngā rōpū kei te āwhine I te hunga, kōrero I te huarere nei. So what other support systems, Paora, are available to you guys there?
Oh, the big ones is keeping in touch with our civil defence. So we've got the Waiapu Civil Defence team based here in Ruatoria, keeping in touch. Of course, they keep in touch with the Tairāwhiti Civil Defence. We're quite lucky here in Ruatoria. We have a number of roading contractors. We have Tairāwhiti contractors who are the safety teams on a lot of the work sites. So we're getting that first-hand information before a lot of the websites are even updated. I mean, this morning you could go on to the websites and you could still see that things hadn't been updated. But in some of the networks, especially the messenger networks with the Waiapu Civil Defence, messages are popping up quite regularly to keep us up to date.
Ka pai, Paora, ko tukuna mai e koe e tahi pikitia. We've got some footage you've sent us up on our screens now. So what exactly are we seeing here?
Yeah, well, I shot out this morning. The big one for us, especially with this, where Ruatoria is located in relation to the Waiapu River, is always to get a look at that at the awa and see how it's tracking after big rains. Because if you know that Roto Kautuku Bridge, the main bridge that goes over the Waiapu River, just out of Ruatoria, the river is aiming directly at the township. So there is some concerns being raised over the years about the safety of the township going into the future. So for me, the big one was to get out there and have a look at the awa. It looks like it has dropped a bit from yesterday, But as we said earlier, that 6 p.m. warning for tonight and 24 hours going in, looking towards Sunday, that rain is going to stay with us. So hopefully it doesn't get up too much, because the big one for us, and you'll see it in some of that footage, is the banks are eroding. All of that sediment, all of that soil is heading out to sea and ending up on our kapatakai, which in turn impacts on our feeding habits, I suppose.
Ka mautu here. Hoa pātai whakamutunga, how are our Ngāti Porou whānau coping at the moment given this current weather event?
My own personal whānau, they're over the rain. I myself, I'm trying to find I suppose the positives out of it. The big one for me is the tank is full. You know, for those of us on the coast, we are reliant on rain supply, so there's no worries about the running out of water at the moment. And the other one for me is I won't have to mow the lawns for a while. I am a bit worried when I do have to get back to those lawns that there'll be a bit of a jungle.
A kātinga mihi nui kia koe Paora I e rā whakamārama au. That's Paora Brooking, live from Radio Ngāti Porou.
Tēnā koe.
Ki Turanga nui a kiwa I nei o tira ki te hapuri o te karaka. Now, yesterday, this community once again began evacuating as the surrounding Waipawa and Waikahu rivers rose to flooding levels. For the latest, I'm joined now by local resident and lead of the Waikahu response team, Pēnea wehi. Kia ora wāti koe Pēmea. Now, this is no doubt a bit of deja vu for our whānau out at Te Karaka. What's the latest update from there?
Well, the latest is that we're encouraging, and the messaging is very clear from us, is that we're encouraging our whānau to self-evacuate from Te Karaka. So we've had about 130 people yesterday self-evacuate into Turanga, and we're really happy about that. But we're also we're looking at a front that's going to be coming across us at 12 p.m. today at lunchtime, and also at 6 p.m. tonight. We're expecting quite a lot of rain. So as you probably can sort of feel out there, our whānau are keeping as safe as possible. One of our main concerns is our infrastructure. As you probably know, this is our second rain warning that we've had in the last couple of days. So our whenua out here is absolutely saturated. And so safety to our community and to our whānau is very paramount, hence the message for our whānau to evacuate. We're going to be experiencing, as we've been told, anything between 250 and 300 mil of rain over the next period of time.
Pēmea, as you mentioned, approximately 130 of our whānau have been self-evacuated. Some are there with you at Te Karaka School, and I believe some are also at Te Pohorawiri Marae. Where else are they being housed?
House of Breakthrough have opened their doors as well, and also a lot of our whānau have gone and stayed with whānau and friends in Turanga.
Pēmea, if there are still some whānau needing somewhere to go, you're there at the kura now, they can still come there, eh?
Yep. Yes, no, the kura is here. We've been doing welfare checks. We've had friends on the ground yesterday afternoon door knocking to get a good indication of who is home and who isn't. So in terms of the 130, they have contacted us directly. So those are what we know, but I'm confident that there are a few more numbers that haven't contacted us. So if we could possibly work to evacuating between another 100 to 120 today, it would help us manage a situation if we should go into full evacuation. So according to the GDC flooding plan, 7.5 metres at the Kanakanaia Bridge is when we will evacuate. That got sent off yesterday. So we're working closely with friends here in Te Karaka who are advising us on our options.
Tēnā koe pēmea, pātai whakamutunga e hoa, what about those of us wanting to help our whānau in some way out at Te Karaka? What can we do to assist them?
Well, to encourage, if you've got whānau that are living here in Te Karaka, to support them, and you have spare room at your whare, reach out, please. Reach out to our whānau. Although we know that our whānau will be received lovingly from Te Tairāwhiti. Our relations there, Charlotte and her team, set up yesterday for our whānau, and so we just encourage our whānau to find to go to Te Tairāwhiti or whānau and friends.
Ngā mihi nui kia koe pēmea, we truly appreciate your time today, and I know that all of our hearts are with you and all the whānau at Te Karaka at this time. We hope you keep safe and warm. Akati, ki kahungunu i nāianei, e ki ana te kōrero ko kahukura nui te whare nui, ko rua tapu wahine te whare kai, ko tāki timu te waka, ko o māhu te marae. I te wā o te huripari Gabriel, ko noho mai tēnei marae hei wāhi haumaru, o te rā hei āhuru mōwai mo te tini o ngā whānau i tino raru ai te huarere kino rawā tūnei. Wai mare katoa tātou ko tūhono mai ko Meihana Watson te hiamana o māhu marae. E te tuakana tēnā rawātu koe, tuatahi ake, kei te pēhea koutou ko ngā whānau i kona.
Kei te āhua me ki raru te hunga o te kāinga, e he manawa ana te take o te ua. Ai, no roto i te ua ka he manawa te tangata o te kāinga. O te nuinga kua ina pō i putai te kāinga, ki te noho ki te taone ki tau ngā whānau. Engari koe te o mātou i noho te tiro te piki o te wai. Ki ngā raru o te waipuke o te wai, ki etahi o ngā wāhi o te kāinga. He tīma kei te marae, e noho aunua pōnoa, e tiro pērā ana kia mōhio te kāinga, e pēhana ngā te waipuke nei.
Meihana mai te wā o huripari Gabriel, ākune pea me he wāhi hiriwa tōna, kāre kore nā e rā āhuatanga mūtunga mai o te hūrangi, i mau ai koutou ki etahi akoranga, ne? Kia pai ai tā koutou takatū i a koutou anō?
Ai, ko te mea nui kia mātou kia noho, kia mauri tau ngā whānau. Me te whakarongo, me te hara mai ki te marae, ki te kōrero kia mātou, e ana mātou o te mekira o Piringa Hapu. Ko mātou tērā e whakaritere i ngā āhuatanga mo te hāpori. Koera te mea nui, kia noho mauri tau, kia kōrero ngā whānau.
Meihana, kua kōrero tia e koe ngā kōrero mō tōrahi o māhu. Ka pēhea hoki o tāua whanaunga o hapori ke atu ki roto o Kahungunu.
Ai, kōrero mātou taha o e tei no roto o waiahiki e ina pō, puta rātou i te haukāinga, e noho tatana rātou te awo tū taikuri. Waipuke katoa tērā kāinga i a Gabriel, nō reira tērā whānei i puta i ngā pō, kia haumaru ana te noho. Ko rā rātou kāinga rua kei waipatu tērā, waipatu marae e manaki rātou i rātou. Engari, kāre anō kia hono kia pōranga hau, kia Ngāti Kere. Engari, ia mena kāre rongo e noho pai ana rātou pia.
Akati Meihana, ko pauka tō te wāhanga kia tāua e hika, kia tautoni ngā tauwhirotanga ki runga kia koutou ko ngā whānau i kona, ai te rātaha oku ara o Ngāti Kahungunu. Tēnā koe.
Kia ora rā.
Akati, that brings us to the end of this special broadcast. Kia mataara tonu tātau. Yes, we must remain vigilant this weekend, whānau. And please stay safe out there. If you don't need to travel, then please, noho ki te kāinga, stay home. And if you do find yourself in a difficult or dangerous situation at your whare, if you think your life might be in danger, then please, if in doubt, get out. You can also call this number that is up on your screens now for any road or flooding issues. That's 0800 653 800, 0800 653 800. Now also keep an eye out on your own respective council Facebook, civil defence Facebook pages and all websites for updates throughout the day and indeed throughout the evening. Akati. On behalf of Radio Ngāti Porou, Radio Kahungunu and Turanga FM, thanks for watching. Kia haumaru te noho e hika mā, noho I hora. Kia ora.
Radio Ngāti Porou, Radio Kahungunu, Turanga FM, Kapu Tairāwhiti me ngā irirangi o Te Tairāwhiti. Ko te reo, te taka.